I want to thank everyone for tuning in to the Father Time Network. Hope everyone is doing well. My name is Anthony, and on this platform I talk about how important it is to be a father. I'm here to make being a father cool again. But before I continue, let's get into the intro. Today I want to talk about a tragic situation that I came across as I was scrolling through social media. A man lost his baby girl, 3-year-old daughter, to his new girlfriend. I'm going to let y'all see the video, then we're going to come back and talk about it.
Sorry, I should never had her around.
Jeremy Ross apologizing to Fallon Whitson for exposing their 3-year-old daughter, Journey, who they shared custody of.
She was on the spectrum, so she was nonverbal. But she communicated through music, and she communicated through sign language.
To a woman who police say ended her life.
Why is this world so evil? She took my baby.
41-year-old Marquetta Phillips charged with the little girl's murder. Ross says he and Phillips were in a romantic relationship on and off for the past year, a relationship he failed to disclose to Fallon.
I can't see her grow up into the woman I knew she was going to be because of a woman I didn't even know.
She been staying with me for a year, you know. She watched Jerry numerous times and stuff, but I guess I didn't know she was a crazy case.
On Wednesday, he left Journey in Phillips' care at the apartment because he had to work.
I'll say, okay, here's the milk. The food is right here. Everything, no arguments, no nothing, you know? Everything was good.
But when he got home at 3:30, he walked into a nightmare.
I see some knives around here and stuff, you know? So I see blood on the knives. I'm like, why is some blood on So I instantly run, checking my baby girl.
Metro released this arrest report detailing the crime scene. Detectives located multiple kitchen knives and a pair of scissors. 3 sheets of paper with notes in red marker were on the floor with the words, "See what happens when you blank with people's lives? Now we both have nothing." Written on a wall in the bedroom in blood, the words, "Everybody that played me is cursed." Ross called police, but there was nothing more he could do for their daughter, who had been stabbed multiple times. The gruesome scene replaying over and over again in his mind.
She was defenseless. She didn't deserve none of this. I wake up, I look for my baby. I'm still looking for my baby.
As y'all can see, this was a very tragic situation. And I talk about this all the time. And I encourage people to stay with the person that you have children with. Try to work the relationship out. Because when you get into a new relationship, you just don't know who these people are. This was a 41-year-old woman who took her anger and rage out on a 3-year-old girl, a child. At this point, I feel like anybody that takes their anger out, anyone that kills a child should automatically get the death penalty. That's just really how I feel. Because as you heard, this little girl was nonverbal. So it wasn't like she was cursing the lady out or being rude. She couldn't even talk. She communicated through music. And this lady left this man a note talking about anybody that does me wrong is going to feel my rage. Now we both have nothing. What? How do you take your pain, the things that you've been through after 41 years of living, take it out on a 3-year-old child? This man said that he'd been living with this woman for a year. He moved her into his house. I spoke on a story recently where a woman moved her and her son into a man's house. And the man killed the little boy because he didn't want to rake the leaves. You can't trust people nowadays. These are very, very strange times that we're living in. Stop trusting everybody. Stop moving people into your situation and in your bubble. Listen, I'm a man that also has a daughter. My daughter is 13 years old. And yes, my daughter lives with me. And yes, I have 2 sons. Their mother lives with me. We live together. We're in a relationship. But guess what? My daughter would have never been introduced to the woman that I'm now in a relationship with if it wasn't for us having kids together. My daughter has never met anyone that I'm just in a relationship with or messing around with. I've never introduced my daughter to any female I've dealt with. Only reason she met my son's mother is because those are her siblings' parent. If it was not for me and the woman that I'm with now having children together, my daughter would have never met this woman, ever. And the only reason they met now is because these are my daughter's brothers. These are her siblings. So yes, they should meet. Other than that, she would have never met this woman. I see this time and time again where people get into these new relationships. They don't do background checks. They don't know who the person is that they're getting in a relationship with. You don't know this person. All you know is, I just got out of a relationship. I want to get into a new relationship so I can feel love again. So many people lose their life chasing the feeling of love. You don't know who people are. This man said everything was going fine. They never even had an argument. She watched his daughter multiple times. He left her with milk, cereal. It wasn't like he just left the child there with nothing to eat. He left his child with all the essentials that she needed so she can get through the day. He was going to work to make his money so he could provide for his daughter and provide for his household. And he comes back after a hard day's work to find his daughter dead. Because this woman was going through something. She was a nutcase. Yo. And then he didn't even tell the mother of his daughter he was even in a new relationship. Because see, what he should have done was, when you're going to work, you should leave your daughter with the mother. Your daughter's biological mother is who she should be left with if she's not with you. And then go pick your daughter up and bring her back to your house so she's always under your supervision. I'm not trusting my child with somebody that I only know for a year. You only knew this woman for a year. And you said you left your daughter with her multiple times. As me being a father, I'm never leaving my kids with somebody that I don't know. I'm never leaving my kids with somebody that I've only known for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, probably 10 years. I'm not just leaving my kids with random people. My kids have never been to daycare. They always stay with family, their grandmothers. When I was coming up, my mother left me with my grandmother. When my daughter was coming up, we left my daughter with her grandmother. Now that I have sons, they stay with their grandmother. Grandma always takes care of the kids. That's how it goes in my eyes. I don't trust daycares. I don't trust friends. Shit, I hardly trust some family members around my kids. Because family members can do you wrong. Family members can get jealous of the way you treat your kids and dress your kids and want to do something to harm your kids. Even your own family members will. Stop trusting everybody around your kids. These are very strange times that we're living in. You have to protect your kids at all times. This is the Father Time Network. And I'm here to make being a father cool again.